Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make upwards of 400,000 Zenny in about 15 minutes. We're going to be using the mining outcrop upsurges in the lava locale, but first off, as you can see, we have bone piles instead of that. So a quick tip on how to switch this: you could do any quest you want, but if you want to do the fastest one, you'll head on over to the single player area and do roly-poly lanterns. Okay, so this quest requires you to gather some lanterns, so a good thing to do is to have your equipment set up so that you have at least one botanist, and for the mining outcrops you will want 3 geologists so that you get 1 extra mine per outcrop. If you aren't sure how to get this, there is armor for the leather and leather S that gives you geologist. The leather S will be enough to give you geologist via the headpiece, chest, braces, and legs, and as well as 1 botanist. So that'll be everything that you need. However, if you do want to slot these into your normal kit, you can go with geology and botany jewels. Geology uses Kula Yaku scale pluses, and botany uses great Izuchi pelt pluses. So now that we got that out of the way, we're going to really quick do this mission, and skipping the loading screen just so then I don't have any spoilers. So heading on to sub camp 1, here is where it is if you do not know. We've got a fire lantern right here. We're now going to jump off a cliff, kind of glitchily, and then there's another one down here, and then there's lastly a third one right up here. And if you look over in camp 13, just in case you don't happen to get 8 fire lanterns in these 3, there is another one over there. Heading on back, I'm going to be selling all of my ores that are obtained in this mission so that you can see just how many I get. Fire cell stones are the best ore that you can get at 1720 a pop. So heading into the area, we're going to start up a timer just so that we can show you how long it takes to do one route of this with the few mistakes that I have, this one right at the beginning. So we're going to start off going to the right here. Doggy drifting is very important, and eating rations. You can eat at the canteen if you'd like, but if you don't want to spend your points and or money, you can just use the free rations. We're going to grab this first mining outcrop, and we want to use our dog's drift to get as much of a speed boost as possible. You can just tap the LZ button and then let go of it right away. We're going to grab this outcrop as well, and then you see this rock here. We're going to head just to the right and jump down. There's another one right here.
Hope I find something good.
Now we're going to go up this vine wall. We're going to stick about straight, slightly to the left, just to the left side of this pillar. We're going to drift a bit more. And make sure to hug this wall on the way down so you don't land on any of the ledges. And we're going to take a nice left out through the opening here. And we have another mining outcrop here. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to head on back up, and there's a small spot where you can jump with your dog to get over. We're going to head straight across, and right here we have another outcrop and a wire bug. If you want to, you can use wire bugs later. We will be using them to dash around. Wire bugs have the benefit of, if you have an extra one, then you can jump an extra time, but the next time you come by, it won't be there anymore. So after we grab this one, we're going to jump up here. And if you don't have any wire bugs and you try to use a wire bug, you're just going to jump and grab the wall. Then we're going to call our dog back, and sadly our dog is going to derp around a whole bunch and not let us ride him. So I just give up and head on out without him till I get down here. Next up, we're going to sneak around this Tigrex, head on up here, and there's a nice little cubby right by this green permabuffer. We're going to sneak into here. There's an outcrop, and then directly to our right, about 90 degrees, you'll see this line up the wall, and if we run up the wall here, there's another passageway. Sticking to the left, we're going to find 2 outcrops, a blue and a white. This is a good time to note that blue outcrops give you 4, and white outcrops give you 3 with geology skills. Coming up this wall, we're going to get to the point where there's a crack, then we're going to jump off, turn a bit, and we're going to jump again and dodge out of it immediately so that you don't jump too far or run up the next wall. Then we're going to come up on this ledge and head to sub camp 2 after grabbing this one. Now when we get at sub camp 2, you have the option of putting away your materials. Let's say you've done one route of this and you are just about to finish the next one, and you don't want to pick up too many of the same resource, because that is a possibility. But either way, we're going to jump off this cliff, head over to that outcrop that we just grabbed, and then we're going to go along this edge and jump over just to the left of this pillar. And up on this platform, you're going to find another outcrop. Here we can summon the dog while also mining, to save a little bit of time and make our dog actually come to us faster. Then we're going to drift a little bit, and then there's a platform up here with a bunch of bushes and usually a snake. You can do a mining outcrop, grab that right up, and then we're going to use 2 wire bugs, dash across this, and then we have our last mining outcrop right here. And as you can see, this took about 4 minutes. I did have a few mistakes, so you can manage to do this 3 full times in one session. It takes 10 minutes to have the locale change, but now I'm just going to show you me doing it a little bit better the second time in a row, just so you have a decent understanding of how I'm doing it when I'm not eating rations, and you know, just a little bit of variance. And as you can see, it's perfectly timed so that we sync right back up and grab a mining outcrop as soon as we get back. But like I said, any issues that you have, you will get them back by slight variance. So the mining outcrops may arrive faster than you arrive, but you may also arrive faster than the mining outcrops. If that's the case, then I'm sorry, you're just doing the route way too fast. Because this is all the variance that you could possibly have. You'd have to go very far out of your way to get something, or just mess up a whole bunch, like I did here, almost. Don't drift too late. Just remember that drifting is only useful if you use the boost for a decent amount of time.
Hope I find something good.
I would like to note that if Rajang's in the area, it is a possibility that he'll start shooting you when you get to Area 7, and he happens to be in Area 7. I've had that happen a couple times, but as soon as you run away from him, he will de-aggro eventually. Yeah, don't do what I just did. What I did was I dodged instead of whistling, because I whistle with my B button, because I have my setup set similarly to Worlds, because I am a World player. But as you can see, we didn't end up losing that much time because we're here a little bit ahead of time. So we can grab this mining outcrop. Heading on up here, I will try out whistling. Calling the dog doesn't really save that much time, specifically just because you have to get off of the dog to be able to use your wire bugs up this wall. And like I said last time, you're going to jump right here, turn to the right, and then you're going to do another one and dodge immediately so that you don't run up any walls. Once we get to this one, head to Camp 2. When you stop back here, you put all of your supplies away, so in case you get a whole bunch of, let's say, carbolite or dragonite or firestones, you don't want to end up having duplicates, because if you have duplicates, or should I say, if you go over your cap for how many you can store at a time, you're going to be losing out on money. And it's better to lose out on a little bit of time than a lot of money from 20 plus ores that you're losing. So you will get exactly 2 runs if you're a little bit slow, but if you speed up between runs like I do, you will manage to get 2 to 3 runs. So we're gonna use fast forwarding for this run. It's more of the same, obviously,
Hope I find something good.
but we're just gonna get it over with, just showing you everything that's in the runs, and then showing you the results of the amount that we gathered. Okay, for the amount that we gathered, let's sort up. We have 122 Dragonite, 121 Firestones, 60 Fire Cell Stones, and 126 Carbolite, and 123 Fuchsium. That equals 476,960 Zenny in about 15 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you found this useful.